Hello everybody, this is Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I'm coming to you all today with the Yarncrafters chat. Now, I have been waiting for a long time to do this and I've accumulated stuff. So I've decided that this video is just going to be a mixture. It's going to be an update. I have some yarn to show you. I have some knitting needles to show you. And just whatnot-y kind of things. So this will definitely be, and you're going to hear all kind of noise. I'm outside. So this is going to definitely be a video where you want to just grab your tea. Hopefully that won't get too loud. Grab your tea, grab your coffee. I have my water and we are going to get it in. So if you're interested in seeing what I have to show you all and what I have to share today, well then stick around. This will be a fantastic time for you to hit the pause button, go grab your project. Oh, and I'm going to show you what I'm working on and then come back. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, my name is Dana with the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. This is a Yarncrafters chat. I have not done one in a while, as I said in the introduction, and so I'm going to jump right in. The first thing that I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you what I'm working on, one of my works in progress. And I got stuff stretched out because I had to bring it outside. This is part of it. I'm using up the, I think I'm going to finish the rest of that Noro yarn that I showed you all, but here is the, wait, here's the front. Now this is, I think it's called Lane Splitter. It's a Noro skirt. Now, what I'm finding fascinating about this really easy pattern is that I started on this end casting on, I don't know, a handful of stitches. I can't remember, very few. And I've worked it up to this point, and now I'm starting to go the straight away, and oh, there it goes. It started curving. It's really easy. So I'm looking forward to finishing this. And because, again, I had a mixture of colorways, what I did for this one is I mixed two, and I'm alternating them. One is 183. And you can't see it because this skein no longer has it. Now the bad part is this one had this funny look, this tan mixed in with these colors, and then it had this vibrant turquoise that was a part of it. And so what that did is it matched with this one, which I'm considering the main color, which had this turquoise, and so it kind of blended. In the actual skirt, I think it looks okay. This color here is what was in this one. And again, it's just, this yarn has really taught me to start getting out of my comfort zone as far as colorways, because I would not have selected this yarn in a million years. At least I don't think I would have. And I'm so glad that I received it, because I've been able to make some fantastic, well, this will be my second project out of that same yarn. Okay, so where do I start? Let me do an update first, and I hope this thing behind me is not too loud. I told you all in the last video that I've been grinding. I have been working out, watching what I'm eating, tried to do the vegan thing. Most of my meals are vegan, but the majority of them are vegetarian. I'm cutting back on junk food, not completely, but it's the majority of the way it's been out. And I have been running again, as well as going to the gym. My daughter loves to take a couple of workout classes there, so I do my normal workout and I go to those classes 2 times a week with her. A couple of the things that I've done the past few weeks, and I'm going to show you my medals, is I ran, there's a bridge series in my area or it's called the Texas Bridge Series. And we run across, well, there's 3 bridges, and I've done 2 of the 3 so far. The first one was in Kemah, which is outside of the Houston area. The second one was in Galveston, which is south of Houston. And the last one, which is the third one, and that'll take place in November, is going to be in LaPorte. And so here are my medals for my 2 10Ks that I've done so far. And the Bridge Series is pretty cool because you will get a medal for each race, and then once you complete all 3, you get a final finisher's medal for having complete all 3 in the series for this year. So I'm really excited about that. The first race I did okay. The second one I shaved, I think it was like 10 to 15 minutes off of the time from the one before, which was only, I think it was 4 weeks time difference. And this weekend I have another race which is separate. And I've been using the races to just keep me motivated since I run by myself. And so it's been a whole lot of fun, but a lot of work, which is why I haven't been updating. And so I wanted to show you all that because I'm gone, but it's for a good reason. It's really about getting my health back on track and getting my energy back. And you'll see this. This is a sports bra, so it is not trying to be vulgar. And so I wanted to show you all that. Now to my yarn crafting stuff. The first thing I'm going to show you all is, it's a find. At least I think it's a find. I made my first sweater, which was with the Noro, and Noro is wool. I do not own a cedar chest, and I am not from a family that knits handmade sweaters. So a lot of how to care for and how to store sweaters I've learned from reading online as well as on YouTube. One of the things that I kept hearing over and over again was about storing your hand knits with natural fibers in a cedar chest. I do not own a cedar chest, and I've been searching for one, and I think I found one, but it's a little pricey. And so what I've decided was looking to do is find an alternative as I save my money to get a really nice cedar chest for my future sweaters and my hand knit items. So I went onto Amazon and I found this. It's called Instant Cedar Chest, and I've already been using it, and I've been saving this box so that I could show you all. And when I cannot recall the price. I'm so sorry. But it was on Amazon, and I have Amazon Prime, so it was a Prime item, so I got the shipping free. But it's this thing, and it smells like my daughter used to have a hamster, so it smells like the hamster stuff that you put in there. And I'm going to read it. It says, turn any container into a cedar chest. And it says, use any storage container for protection and freshness of natural cedar. Filled with all natural aromatic cedar shavings, contains no chemicals, perfumes, or other artificial additives. Hang or place in closet for instant freshness. Use in lockers or gym bags to eliminate odors and absorb moisture. And they mean hang because it has this. But what I did is I had a container already, and I just placed it at the bottom of the container, and then I placed my hand knit items on top, and I just have them organized by the type of item, like my cows, my scarves, and then my sweater, my one sweater. So you may want to check this out. I thought it was a great find. If I'm not mistaken, it was less than $20. I'm planning to actually want to order. I wanted to wait to get it in, and I think I'm going to order one more so that I can put one on the bottom, then put my items, and then put one on the top. Maybe, I don't know if that will be necessary. So I'd love to hear your feedback or your comments concerning that. And so next I want to show you backstory again. You all know I did a Yarncrafters chat a while ago. It must have been about, it had to be over 6 months ago. I can't believe it's been that long. But I did the Yarncrafters chat about knitting needles. At the time, I was trying out different needles. I showed my Denise needles. I showed some other needles that I was using. And at the time, I had some issues with the Knit Picks the Knit Picks um, circular needles, and I was trying others. And so I want to show you some of the needles that I've been trying, and I'm going to also show you what has kind of turned into my go-to. And I'm hoping that I can also cover a couple of price points, because I told you all, according to a lot of your suggestions, that I wanted to try some different things. So here we go. Got stuff falling everywhere because I just have it stacked, and this lighting keeps going in and out. Okay. Number one, and I hate that I can't remember when I said stuff, because then I could refer you back to there. A long time ago, when I first started buying my needles, I showed you all these needles. I bought it from a company on Amazon. I know they came from China. It was probably like $25 for a whole set. Now, these particular ones I use when I'm making hats. And I purchased the set of the 16-inch cords, and a set of, I believe they're 32. And I don't use them as much. Oh, thank God it went off. I don't use them as much. But I wanted to point out that these have been lifesavers when it's time to transfer stitches, especially if you do any type of provisional cast on. Like now, I do my provisional cast on the cable method, and so I can use these to do a provisional cast on. And then when it's time for those stitches to be active and live, they're already on a needle. And so what I usually do is I select a needle size that is smaller than the needle that I'm using on my project, and that way when you're knitting, your bright needle determines the size. So the one that you place as far as the as your provisional cable can be anything smaller than what you need, and you can easily pick, and you don't have to go back and pick the stitches up and do all of that, and it's so much easier. So these have been heaven sent, and the fact that the set was probably less than what I've paid for one circular needle to get, I think it was something like 15 needles. That means I probably paid about $1 and some change per needle, and so it's just really been great. So if you are a person that you've kind of graduated in your needle selection or your needle choices, but you still have some of the old ones around, it's great for that. I use the Knit Picks one that I don't really care for to do that, because it's perfect for that. And another thing that I do is sometimes when I'm working in the round, because these needles, because they're 16 inches and they're meant for smaller projects, the needles are, the tips are shorter. Some of the interchangeables, the tips are a little bit longer. And so I found that in order to work with them, I sometimes use 2 circular needles. Yes, you have a lot of moving parts, but it makes it so that you can decrease and go really small without having to worry about magic loop, or especially if you already have the needles. And it makes it, to me, it makes it like really brainless knitting. And so I just wanted to say that. So the needles that I tried since that last video, number one, okay, I'm going to show you. I have so many of them. So like, part of it was because I was buying them because I needed them and I wanted some staple sizes. The other part is because you all suggested some, and if the prices were not too bad, I thought, why not do it, since I knew I would do an update video. And I'm going to let you know now. I'm going to talk about the needles a little bit longer, but I'm going to show you yarn at the end of this video. So if you're one of those that stick around for the yarn, hang on with me just a second. Okay, so I have, okay, what for a while was my go-to was the Haya Haya. The Haya Haya, I primarily purchased them online at Paradise Fibers. I know, and I'm almost thinking it was Chi Sweets, I believe it is, that suggested these needles to me. For the most part, the needles run anywhere from $8 to maybe 15 or 16 maybe. But at the time when I purchased these, if I bought this one, for example, this is a size 2 US 40-inch cable for $8.50. I purchased a size 3 and an Addy lace for, I know it was probably $14 to $16. So this is usually about half off. And so these needles
It's
are
6 o'clock.
My computer. These needles are fantastic. Now they have two different types that I'm realizing that some of the sizes don't carry over as much, or I don't know what the difference is. Maybe it's the sizes. I'm going to show you two different. They have the ones that have the red that says sharp, and then they have just the regular ones. And the difference is the regular ones have more of a blunt blunt, and then the sharps have a point. See that? They are a metal type by stainless steel, and they're great. They're not too slippery. They're not. I think it has to do with the porosity of a needle as to whether a slippery yarn can hold on to it while you're working. They're great for me being a tight knitter, and the price is just like you can't beat it. For example, this is one that is a 10.75, which is a 7 millimeter. This is what I use to make my sweater, and it's a 47-inch cable, and it was $11.50. And so this is the ones, again, all these I purchased on Paradise Fibers. The other types of needles that I tried were, and this was at the recommendation of the owner of the local yarn shop by my house, which was Paradise, Knitter's Paradise. Now, I tried both the circulars as well as the interchangeables. Oh, here's another high. Okay. So, I'll show you these. And then the interchangeables. She recommended these to me because to purchase a tip and a cord was only like less than $2 of what it would cost me to get a fixed circular. And she knew I was looking to buy another interchangeable set, so she suggested me testing these. And so I'm going to show you these. The price on these at my local shop, the tip was $10.10. The 16-inch cable was, and I use this to make the Cowboys hat and the Texans hat. The cable was $2.95, and I'm going to show you the needle as well as the join as much as I can. Okay. Here's the needle. Now this reminds me, oh, there we go. This light adjusts on this, and I don't know how to make it stop, but still. The tip is really good. It's not as blunt as the Haya's standard needle. What do they call this? It doesn't say. It's some sort of wood, similar. It reminded me of knitting with bamboo, but it had a tad bit more slip, closer to a metal-like substance like the stainless steel. But at the same time, it had a tad bit more grip, closer to the bamboo. And the joint on these are a screw-in joint. And you can see in the hollow there. I'm going to show you. So to get this set, it was about like $15 with tax. Now, usually I do not like joins. Oh, I hope the mosquitoes don't get me. Joins that screw in because I knit tight. And my experience in the past has not been good. But these were great. I had no issues with the joint coming loose. And of course it comes with the key, but I'm a person that once I get going, I'm not paying attention and I look down and I just had bad experiences with them. And so this is it. Not bad for the price. I don't know. I may get the interchangeable set just because I've been saving up some um, like customer rewards points, and so I would be able to get it at a really affordable price. So that's these, and they're the Dreams Icy Tips. Okay. Oh, and I also used these to knit the sleeves on my sweater. That's what I used these for. That's what it was. It wasn't the hat. It was the sleeves on my sweater. So that is, okay, that's that. I was trying to see if they had more information, but they don't. Okay. Now, the others are similar. It's a fix. Now, this I did not like. For some reason, I think it's because of the size. I didn't feel secure in using it, and I was using this on one of my works in progress. Oh, it's mosquitoes. My knit swirl sweater, and I needed to change out my needle because my cord on the original needle that I used was too short. I didn't want to wait for a new needle to come in. Let me take that back. I ordered through Paradise for the Haya, and they were on back order, and I didn't want to wait to work on it, and so I went and got this. Now the great thing about my local shop, yes. The great thing about my local shop is you can go in and actually use them, but I had to leave before, so I went ahead and purchased it. But to me, between the yarn that I was using and this needle, they just did not work out well together. But this is a 47-inch cable, and it's a size 5, and so I'll get plenty of use out of it, so I'm not concerned about it. It just didn't work for that project. The cost of this one was $9.05, so that's a good buy as well. So these are the Knitter's Pride needles. The last set that I have to show you is this. Okay, so this is the Addy Clicks. I was nervous, so super nervous about getting these because there was no place for me to go to see them in person, and I had to purchase them online. Since I had to purchase them online, I decided to go with Amazon because it just seemed like the better deal. The other thing is that they had the best price, and again, I have a Prime, so the shipping was free, and I got it in 2 days. So I'm going to show you inside. You all have probably already seen these. And inside, okay, this is a leather. Okay, let me just. Apparently, I didn't buy it for the case, but it's 10 pairs of Addy Turbo needle tips, size 4 to US 4 to 15, 3 Addy blue cords, 24-inch, 32-inch, 40-inch, 1 connector, and 1 Addy gold pin. And here is the case that it comes with. It snaps. There's a snap here, and then it opens here and it snaps this way because it snaps there. Here is a connector. Here are the cords that it came with, as well as a gauge or a sizer. I also purchased another, well, my husband purchased me another set of cables because these have the ability to run a lifeline. And I got these separate on Amazon. On the inside, it comes with all of this paperwork, and I just kept it since they have a warranty. And here are the needles. I'm using this set for the project I showed you. Okay. Now, once I got them, my fear of between the cost and whether the joins was going to work was alleviated after I figured out how to do the join. This has a very weird, I don't know. It sounds so weird. I'm sorry. Okay. It has a very weird joint. It literally clicks and it has a spring on the inside. And so again, here's the inside of it. And here is the join there. You can't really tell, but the joint almost looks like a C. And you line it up, and then you push and you turn it, and it kind of clicks. And then this is the business. The business. Meaning it's good, it's great, it's wonderful. Now, when I first was trying them, it took me a minute to figure out how to do it because the instructions say, but I couldn't get it. Once I got it, I had it. And once I had it, it was all good. And the reason why I say that this is the business, again, I knit tight. I'm getting better, but I still knit tight. Anything that screws or typically that turns, I have issues with. I went ahead and decided to get this because I just was tired of buying a whole bunch of those individuals. And I realized after, like the ones I just showed you, if I would have just saved that and put that into an interchangeable set, I would have been done. And I wouldn't have had to go get the other sets. So, or not had to, I wouldn't have decided to. And so, with that said, I love them. So much so that I think I'm going to ask for another set for Christmas. The shorter tips, or no, actually not the shorter tips. I really want the lace so that I can have the point for, to be able to pair them together. And so this was the other thing that I want to show you. Again, I purchased this on, the material. These, I believe, are also stainless steel. No, it says aluminum. And I did the basic. I really wish I would have been able to see the difference, but I'm sort of glad I didn't because if I would have bought, that's the ones I would like to get, the lace short tips. Because that would also help when I make my hats. I believe that they are just stainless steel. Oh, this is not English. And you can find information, more information. And if you have questions, just ask me. But with that said, that's my set. I'm so glad I got it. It was worth me saving for and deciding to go ahead and get it. I was going to wait and do like my Denise set and just put it on my Christmas wish list. And then I thought, what the heck? I'm going to buy it for myself because I wanted them. And I'm glad I did because I'm already using them and I've used them quite a bit. If I did anything else, it would be to invest in more of the cables and the tips so that I could just switch stuff out if I needed to. But here lately, I've been trying to finish what I'm getting through my projects. So as I use it, I'm taking them off and I'm going on to the next. And buying that extra set of cables will help alleviate all of that too. So that was everything. I think it is. The last thing I'm going to show you is people are coming home from work and I got to get ready to go to the gym. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you is yarn. I know I wasn't supposed to be like technically buying yarn, but there was one project that I wanted to make for the fall, and I did not have enough yarn in my stash, and my local yarn store was having a sale, and they had an additional discount for this past couple days, and so I decided to go ahead and invest in the yarn. Now, this particular yarn I wanted to try because I've been using another yarn by the same company to make my hats, and I fell in love with this yarn. Like, I love this yarn. So here's what I purchased. It's the Barocco Vintage, and I believe I said it in a video, or I've told you all to let me know. I've been really looking for some yarn that have a blend of acrylic in cotton and hopefully a little decrease of some of the natural fibers. And so the other one that I used was acrylic and nylon, I believe. And since this one was on sale, I wanted to try it since I love the other yarn and it was highly recommended. Y'all gotta forgive me. So anyways, this is 50% acrylic, 40% wool, 10% nylon. The color is, it's made in Peru, 217 yards. This is a worsted weight yarn. And I don't know the color. I believe it's just a number. That's how some of their yarns are. So I think it's 5181. I got 5 skeins of this for a project. What I love is it's not, I don't believe it's technically a heather, but maybe it is. Yeah, I think it could be. And so I'm excited about casting this on. This is actually going to get casted on once I finish that. And I've still been working on the other one with my yarn from my yarn box. And that one is going so slow because the needles are small. So I work some on that, and then I work on these because it moves faster because it's larger needles. The other yarn that I wanted to show you, and I've been meaning to show you all this for a really long time, is this. Now, I want to say it was Chit again. When I did a video on, it was a few people. Over the time, over the time of me doing videos, you all recommend places or yarns, and I look into them, I check into them. I may subscribe to their newsletter just to keep a lookout. This is one of those places. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Little Knits. I think it is Little Knits. They were running a sale, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I got this bag of yarn. It was 10 skeins. I'm biting out these mosquitoes for y'all. It's 10 skeins of yarn. It's 100% cotton. I love it because it looks like denim to me. And this bag of 10 skeins was, I think it was $18. Yes. Each skein has 202 yards, and there's 10 in here, so it's over 2,000 yards. And it was less than $20. With shipping, I think it was like 24 or 25. So it was less than $25. And I had other stuff with it. So that shipping, well, it was total 40 something. And I had 2 big packages like this. And they were selling it by the skein or in a 10 pack, which I thought was awesome. So here it is. It's called Cuddly Cotton, and the color is 105, and it doesn't say, but this is a DK, and I already have the pattern that I'm going to use this for, and so I got this as well. Okay, so this is like the longest video that I've done in a while. If you have any questions about the yarn or the needles, or I don't think I'm going to be purchasing any more needles anytime soon. But if you have a recommendation, definitely let me know, just because I like to check them out. But with the Addies, I think I'm like right where I want to be. The other thing is, if I get enough rewards points at my local yarn store, I'm considering getting the Knitter's Pride's interchangeables, because then that will give me the stainless steel or that metal fiber as well as that wood, which is close to me liking the bamboo. And so that would be great. But that is kind of like spot on. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, I have tried my best to update my projects in Ravelry, which you can find me there. I do post some pictures on Instagram. I'm on there, but I don't post pictures of my projects every day because a lot of them are moving so super slow. I'm getting to do maybe, you know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a few days a week. And so with these races here lately, I haven't been able to knit on Sundays, which is when I usually get a lot of knitting done. That's it. That is totally it. So, thank you all for watching. I hope that you all have enjoyed this and that you were able to get some work done while I talked to you all. Let me know in the comment section what you are working on. Also, tell me, if you are a knitter, what are some of your, or what is your favorite knitting needle or your brand of knitting needles? Also, if you don't knit, let me know what you're working on too. And tell me, do you all have any items that you're working on for the fall? If so, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. I'm always looking for great patterns, especially if you can find something that has anywhere between 400 to 700 yards, because I have all of this yarn from Yarn Box that I'm working through, and I'm also going to update on a finished project from that as well. So that's it. You can find me online at essenceofme.com. Thank you for your time, and I hopefully will talk with you all sooner than later. Goodbye. So everybody want to come outside right when I start recording. Air conditioning going off, cars going by, people going by. The things I do for you all, the things I do for you all.